everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer. And today is going to be a top 5 obsessions video. I've done a couple of these. I did by Terry, Chanel, and Tom Ford, I think. I think those are the ones. I keep getting it mixed up every time I do it. But I asked you guys what you'd be interested in seeing in top 5s. And so on that list was Chantecaille and Gucci and Pat McGrath, Tom Ford, not Tom Ford, Dior and Sisley. So today is gonna be Sisley. And if you've watched my channel before, you know I'm a huge fan of the Sisley brand, especially as it relates to skincare. Their masks, if you watch my nighttime skincare video, which I did a while back, I need to do a day skincare video. Like, I need to do it soon. I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I promise it's coming. But I love their skincare. I love their masks. Their Essentials lotion is phenomenal. There's a bunch of products. They're really, really good. But I also love their makeup line. And I admit, I don't use it as often in many of my videos. It's not because I don't like them. I think they don't have as many big like releases. They do releases, but it's just a much more subdued brand. Maybe that's it. I don't know. So anyway, but there are a couple of things in Sisley that I use over and over and over again that are absolute favorites. And I would consider them, you know, die-hard products. There's also things that I kind of consider my obsessions right now for this season, and we'll get into that when I start going through the top 5. Let me pull my hair back. On my face today is nothing but my eyebrows are done. That's it. I don't have any Sisley eyebrow products. So first thing I want to say is that this was really hard to do because Sisley has so many great products that I really do enjoy that I use all the time. And I hadn't really thought about it, and I was trying to figure out to do top 5, what would I pick? And I had to pick ones that I like truly reached for, like the ones that we're calling it obsessions. So these are the things that I really use all the time that I love. And so that's what we're gonna do. And it's gonna leave out some Sisley products, but if I can only do 5, I can only do 5. So the first is the Ciclia Anti-Aging Foundation. This is an oil-free foundation. It's 1 fluid ounce. It's a anti-aging foundation. I think it might be a serum foundation. I'll be honest with you. I'm not even sure. The thing about this foundation, you'll notice I'm holding up 2 bottles. I have it in 0.B in porcelain and 1.5 in ivory. Neither shade is really right for me. And that is actually my issue with Sisley. They don't have a lot of shades, like in their foundations. It's just, it's not a good shade range. So if you look at the 2 shades, this is 0.5 porcelain and this is 1.5 ivory. The 1.5 is much better for me. The 0 is too light and too yellow, but this one's a little too deep. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. So what I end up doing most of the time is mixing them, which is a huge pain. But when I mix them together, I get the perfect shade. So the reason I don't, talk about it on my channel very often is that I don't think most people want to mix their foundations. I know I don't want to mix my foundation, and it's just one of those things that, I don't really understand. Like, Sisley's a really good brand. They have great quality ingredients. I believe they, invest time and money and effort in creating their products. I don't know why they can't create a foundation line that has more than like 5 colors, shades, and none of them really being exact. Like, it's a terrible shade range. It just is. Just across the board. This is terrible. It's just terrible shade range. So anyway, but I do absolutely love the foundation. It looks amazing on my skin. It's an anti-aging, like I said, foundation, and Sisley is known for their skincare, so I think there is ingredients in it that actually do make my skin look better, and if I wear it continuously, I actually do feel like my skin looks better at the end of the week. When I wear it, it just sinks in. It doesn't settle into pores or lines. I don't have any polka dots. It's kind of firming. Yeah, it's beautiful. If they had a decent shade range, you know, this would be like my top 5, but because I usually have to mix them, you know, plus I don't feel like there's a lot of people who can use their foundations, I can't really recommend them. The 1 point B Ivory, if you're like a little bit deeper than I am, I think it would work fine for you, because in the summer when I do get a little bit of a tan, it actually is fine. So just depends on your coloring. If you're lucky enough to be able to fit into like the 7 shades they have, I strongly recommend this foundation. It is beautiful. It's great for older skin, and it has great anti-aging properties. But again, I've said it ad nauseum. They just have a terrible shade range. Okay, next is their bronzer. So this is the Phyto Touche Illusion Sunglow Bronzing Gel Powder. Let me show you what it looks like. And it is like an interesting finish, gel-like. It's very soft. Goes on beautifully. Again, looks really good on more mature skin. I do go in with it fairly lightly because it is a little deep for me. But again, I'm very pale, so you know, I think it would be fine for practically anyone else. But if you're very fair like I am, then it may be a little deep for you. I really concentrate it when I use this one on like the outer sides of my face, especially along my hairline, especially right now when I need my roots done, because it works beautifully as almost like a root cover up. Kind of like it blends those grays a little bit, which is nice. But when I go in on my cheeks, I just keep the brush very light. See, isn't that beautiful? It has this just gorgeous finish to it. Because it's a gel powder, it's very smooth. You don't get a lot of kick up. You don't get drying of your skin. My skin is very, very dry. So for me, these products are all really good for my type of skin, more mature skin, more experienced skin, drier skin. Yeah, they work just beautifully. So I was like, again, I was trying to limit this to 5. I was like, great, I can't do a blush and with 5 products, unless you use like a multi-purpose product, like a, you know, stick or something, you're gonna have some things that you miss out on that aren't part of the brand. So I picked their Orchid blush, and this is a highlighter blush with White Lily, and this is in Rose. Technically it's Rose 2, that's the name of it. There we go. I have the rose and I have the coral. I don't have the original one, which is like a tanner one. I'm actually thinking I need to pick that up because I saw it on sale somewhere, so I might get that. I'm gonna use the Wayne Goss 01 brush. This is one of his new brushes. And if you haven't used these blushes by Sisley, they are pigmented and they are, you know, a highlighting blush. So they have definite sheen in them. Just keep that in mind. If you like a matte blush, they do have other blushes and those are very pigmented as well, but they're not gonna have, you know, the highlight. And I'm trying to limit this down to 5 products, so I wanted to pick something that would have a blush and a highlight in one. See how pretty that is? Beautiful sheen. Just beautiful blush. Really love it. Okay, so again, since I'm limiting this to 5 products, I had to say that if I had to just limit it to 5, my other 2 products are lip products. So I don't have any Sisley top 5 for my eyes. However, I'm going to use Sisley products on my eyes, and I will link them in the description box, which is kind of cheating, but kind of not, because I'm not going to talk about them. But I will have them on my eyes. So I will do my eyes with the Sisley single shadows, and then we'll come back and we'll do the lips and talk about the next 2. Okay, we're back. So I do have Sisley on my eyes, Sisley single shadow colors. I will put it in the description box, but we're not going to talk about it because I had a limit to 5, but they are Sisley shades, just so you guys know. Okay, so lips. You had to know, if you've watched my channel at all, that I was going to pick the Sisley liner, because Sisley liner, especially in this shade, which is chocolate, is one of my favorite liners of all time. I wear this all the time. The only liner that I think rivals it at all would be the new Chanel liners. And I say new, they've been reformulated now close to 2 years, but the Chanel formula that used to exist back when I worked for Chanel was terrible. And so, you know, when I was buying liners a couple years back, I don't know, how long have I had these? Wow, it's been a long time. I can't even remember when I picked these up. But the Chanel liners were still not good. So I started using Sisley, and I absolutely love them. I have them in numerous shades. They're all awesome. But chocolate is my favorite. The thing about the liners for Sisley is that they're smooth enough that they go on my dry lips just perfectly. I don't have to tug, I don't have to pull, I don't have to have a moisturizer on, although I almost always have my Balm de Rose by Terry on my lips, you know, long before I start putting on my makeup. But if I didn't, these would not pull or tug or anything. They go on super smoothly, but then they stay on. How that works, I do not know. I mean, the issue always is, right? Like, if it's too soft, then it wears off. That rhymes. But if it's dry, you know, it goes on your lips, and my lips are very dry, so you're like, it's uncomfortable. But this, it's soft, it goes on smoothly, it doesn't settle, and it stays. I absolutely love the Sisley liners, all of them. So, had to be one of my top 5 obsessions. And then the Sisley gloss. Now, I love the Sisley lipsticks. It's the Fido, I forgot the name. But anyway, they're the ones that have the like leopard print in this gold coloring. I absolutely love those lipsticks. And there's one shade, which again, I can't remember right now. What's wrong with my brain? That's like one of my favorite shades of all time. But we're going into summer, although today you wouldn't know it. Here in Boston, it's like, and I'm not joking, 47 degrees. 47. 2 days before my birthday. This will go up actually after my birthday, but still, I mean, what? But anyway, so it's 47 degrees, which is why I'm wearing a hoodie. But we are moving into summer, and gloss just seems more appropriate than lipstick. Just, you know, get in with the time of the year. So, I will show you this one. The glosses are really beautiful. I have a couple of different shades. So this one is number 7. Isn't that pretty? And I forgot the name of this. Is it Venus? I can't remember, but it is number 7, and I will link all the details below. One of my favorite lip combinations of all time. The chocolate liner and the 7 gloss in Sisley. It's just, it's like the perfect combo for me. I absolutely love it. I love this. I love this lip combo shade combo. So, you know, I had to include both of them. And so that left me with 3 more products. And I was like, well, I need a foundation. And I do love the foundation, except for the shades. And I do love the bronzer, and I needed a a blush slash highlight something. And their blush, the Orchid, is really, it is a beautiful blush. It imparts a gorgeous blush and highlight. I mean, there's not too many that can do that. In fact, you know, the Wayne Goss can do it, but there are 2 separate shades. This one literally is all encompassing because, you know, it's got it embedded in the palette. So I really don't think there's anything quite like this on the market. Anyway, it's stunningly beautiful, the blush. I have, like I said, the coral and the rose. I do want to pick up the original one. I feel like it was on sale somewhere, so maybe I'll just get it. I don't know. It's my birthday, why not? But anyway, so those are my top 5 obsessions with Sisley. It's the Ciclia Anti-Aging Foundation. It's a phenomenal foundation. It looks beautiful on more mature skin, especially if you can find your shade. The blush, which I just talked about, the Orchid blush, I love it. Absolutely love it. It's a highlighting blush. That's what you're looking for. It's stunning. The bronzer, the Phyto Touche bronzer, which is a gel bronzer. If you're pale like me, you just go in with a light hand, but I mean, it just imparts like the most beautiful glow to your skin. It's stunning. The lip liner, all the shades are great. Chocolate's my favorite, but all the shades are great. And the glosses, the Phyto glosses, beautiful glosses. 7 is my favorite, but you know, they're all, I have a bunch. They're really, really pretty. And like I said, I do have the shadows on my eyes, the single shadows, which are really good, but I ran out. I couldn't have any more than 5. So that's my top 5 obsessions for Sisley. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.